invent a new word that's not in the dictionary, and he said, and you've got to use it in a sentence. And he said, if it makes sense in a sentence, then you win the prize. So he said, he said, now first caller is Porrick. And he said, good morning, Porrick. And he said, good morning, Eamon. So he said, Eamon, he said, my word is goin'. So he said, goin'. He said, that's certainly not a word I've heard. He said, how would you be after spelling this? So he said, it's G-O-A-N, Eamon. So he said, well, he said, we'll have a look in the dictionary and see if it's in there. So he said, no, you're right, it's sure right enough. He said, it's not in the dictionary. How would you use such a word? So he said, go and fuck yourself, he said. So he said, Porrick, he said, that's not the sort of thing we want to hear on a family programme. He said, so I'm going to cut you off, and we're going to have another listener, and we don't want any more of that filth. So he said, now who's our next caller? He said, my name is Brian Eamon. So he said, Brian, he said, give me your word. He said, but I don't want any of that filth. So he said, okay, he said, my word is smee. So he said, smee.
It's me.
It's me.
It's
smee. He said, how are you spelling it? So he said, S-M-E-E. So he said, we looked it up in a dictionary. He said, you're right, there's no such word as smee. He said, I can't think how you'd use a word like that in a sentence. He said, well, how would you use it? So he said, it's me again, go and fuck yourself.